Welcome to Faith Focals. My name is Faith. On this channel, I like to talk about culture and about current events, usually through the lens of my personal faith, my religion, which is Christianity. I think all three of those categories, culture, current events, and religion, have a lot in common in the realm of the spiritual. They all have something to say about the spiritual side of each of us, which I think is very important, a aspect that we all share. So I like to talk about those things on this channel, or I try to hit topics along those lines. Today I wanted to go back over a topic that I covered 2 weeks ago. Thought I would give my comments on a particular video that I watched. So I wanted to tidy up those thoughts and present them this week. And then while I do that, I also usually play some Minecraft. So let's go ahead and get into the game. So that should be showing up on the screen. And the video that I had seen was from a fellow named Graham Cochran. If you're interested in starting your own business, especially online, then I encourage you to check out his channel. Like me, he is a Christian, but the content that he makes is useful to people of all kinds who want to start their own business, especially online. And in this video, he was suggesting some things that people who have a business, and this channel I don't consider to be a business, but I do consider it to be a brand. It's the way that I present my individual, it's the way I present my individuality to the world. And if you like the content, then you may decide to come back. So it's good that I have a consistent way of presenting that, so that you can look at what I produce and you can say, oh yes, that's Faith's content. I can come back to that and expect to get the same things that I did last time. Let's see, I've got the iron smelting, and then I can get my gold smelting, and then I think I want to see what other tools and armor I can make with this diamond. I've got plenty of that. And then maybe I can consider going to the nether again, seeing if I want to test something. I don't know if no, I don't think I have the netherite to make that test. But then I can try going to the nether and seeing if I can pick up more netherite there. Of course, every time I go to the nether, it's kind of a harrowing experience, so we'll see how it goes this time. But Graham Cochran's video, which I pay attention to because I want to do well at presenting a consistent face for you folks when you come to this channel. One of the things that he was encouraging was to think about what kind of problems people who come to my channel might have, what kind of problems my videos might solve for viewers. So I was thinking through that. I'm not sure I did a great job of explaining it in my previous video, so I would like to get that covered here. I think I'm safe to go for the moment. I probably do want to do some crafting though, so let me get at that. I've already got a sword, an axe, and a pickaxe. I don't know that I need a shovel, or obviously I don't need a hoe, so let me work on some armor. I've got mostly iron except for my anti-piglin boots here. So I'll work on the biggest pieces. There we go, and I don't need the boots for now. And I am now well armored up. Almost completely armored up. So let me ask you a question, and whether you're in the chat, which I should have popped out so I can see it clearly. I do ask you for your patience if you do chat, and I have trouble catching your chat. Let me make sure I haven't bumped something that I shouldn't, and changed the experience for you. I think everything's fine. Still getting used to this as a new streamer. As a new streamer, I'm still learning how to play a game and talk and catch chat at the same time. So if you chat, I hope you'll be patient with me. I do try to catch the chat. I do try to acknowledge when people have communicated with me in chat. It may take quite a while because I'm still learning how to catch those quickly, how to catch that in my peripheral vision. So I think I should be set to go. And I don't need all that iron armor anymore. That's just a liability if I die. I think there's a furnace hiding around here somewhere that I probably want to collect before I head off anywhere. It might be nice to get one more set of diamond so I can finish off the shoes. So let me actually do that. And I don't remember how I laid out these tunnels, so I'll just wander this way. Looks like I can start a new tunnel here. So there we go. Let's see. So I was talking about being a new streamer and chat, and if you want to communicate on any questions I ask, either you're welcome to in the chat, certainly, or if you come a bit late, I'd love to see your perspective in the comments, and I do try to answer those comments. Any comment that comes in, I try to at least give one reply to those. Possibly more if it's a good conversation. Also, if you give a comment on any subject that I think might be deserving of a video, you may be able to help me either address that in a future stream, or when I get to be better at this streaming thing, then I might make a dedicated video to it if I think it warrants it. But my question to you for right now is, when you think about how people perceive you, when people think of you as a person, what is the first thing that you want them to know about you? What do you want them to identify you with? I imagine there's a lot of people who say, I want to be known for being nice, for caring for others, and that's certainly a worthy way to be known. Let's see, this one has efficiency, the other one is netherite, so it's going to be more durable. I'm not sure if I want to save the diamond pickaxe, or if I want to go ahead and use it up. I'll go ahead and use it up because the netherite's going to be a better item, so it's that dilemma you get in video games. I remember playing Star Fox. They have those bombs that you can throw out there, and I think if you do it right, then you can basically wipe out the whole screen worth of enemies. And I used to never use those bombs once I got fairly good at the game, because I was thinking, I need it for the boss, I need it for the boss, I need it for if I really need it once I've reached the boss. And I'd get through the boss and I'd never use those bombs. So likewise, it's, do I use up the axe with the enchantment on it, or do I start using up the axe that has the best durability? I don't know. The one that has the best durability that's hard to replace. How do you want to be identified? And I'll tell you how I tend to want people to identify me, what I want people to identify me with. Certainly, I would love for people to... Oh good, diamond right on the edge of lava, not so great. But I can work with that, and I only need one. So... there we go. That'll do. Looks like I get at least 3. Nice. And then I did not bring a trapdoor, but I can make one, it's fine. Let me get some planks. There we go. And I guess I don't care if this trapdoor burns, so I'll just leave it as is. And why not go ahead and get some of that gold? Ah! Didn't mean to stand up, but I can fix that too. I've got another trapdoor. Okay. Alright, so the I think for me it would be nice to be known for being considerate and caring, but I don't consider that to be one of my strongest traits, unfortunately. I'm a little bit too lazy for compared to other people who are better at going out and doing things and being thoughtful. It just doesn't cross my mind the way it crosses some people's minds, so I can't make that my claim to fame. But what I'd really like for people to think of when they think of me is that I had things well thought through, that I was smart, and I often on this channel I make it a point to say I'm not an expert in anything. The only thing I'm an expert on is my own perspective, and that may of course change. I hope it does change, because I'm sure there's something I've got wrong. So if that's the case, then I would love to talk to someone who has that thing right, and get to tell you what, I'm going to plug that up so I don't think that's an extra tunnel. I would love for my position to change in the areas that I am actually mistaken. So I'm not an expert in anything, and I'm not too smart. If you hear how distracted I get during the game, maybe you realize this. But I would love for people to think I'm smart, and to think that I thought things through clearly, and reasoned everything out clearly, and believed the truth. So that's what I tend to aim for. But then the next question that comes up is, how do you know if what you believe actually is the truth? How do you know if you thought it through well enough to know that you know that you know that that you're holding on to the truth? And I think one thing that can trip us up, there's a concept called I've got 3 gold. There, did I really leave 3 gold in that furnace? I thought I put 16 in. That's weird. What happened there? So I've got 2 now, and I can take care of that. There we go. And I think I just want to check out if this lapis will help me do anything with my netherite. Oh, I've got... Is it the lapis that's giving me so many levels, or is it the fact that I've got 14 is enough? That seems unusual. So... What? I am completely clueless about how to do this enchantment stuff. I'd rather pay for something less expensive in case I get a bad set of enchantments, but then again I run the risk of getting something better if I get a good set of enchantments. So why don't I go ahead and do this? What did I wind up with? Just efficiency 2? Okay, so that's how this works. And then maybe there will be more I can add to it. I guess it takes an, let me get a anvil set up here, because I certainly have enough iron for that. Okay, so it takes 3 iron blocks, right, to make an anvil? There we go. Okay, so hopefully that will help me to better use the enchantment system later on. I'm trial and erroring all of this. I would do a lot better if I would actually go to the wiki and do my research. And then I've got some iron. I'll go ahead and smelt that, because it's probably just good to be prepared. So I've got 1, and then these 2 planks will make 3, and when those are done, I can get some, just notice this, I can get some coal and make 8. So that'll be a total of 12. So how do you know that you've thought things out well and completely? And my big concern is confirmation bias, because I definitely can relate to the idea that the beliefs, the facts that line up with my current set of beliefs are the most appealing. So if I hear someone saying something that is like what I already believe, then I'll say that's true because it lines up with what I already believe. I already have evidence that that fact I'm being presented with is true. And so I can add that fact to my evidence. If I hear a fact that doesn't line up with what I already believe, then I'm likely to... Let's see, what do I want to do here? I think I'm going to put that away. And then I think I'm going to put my diamond pick away also, because I'm considering another visit to the nether, and the netherite pickaxe won't burn. And then I don't have enough to make a bundle, enough rabbit hide, so I'll hold off on that. Let me just make sure I'm not carrying anything I don't want to be carrying. I can put that away. I don't know why I'm holding that. So I tend to consider facts that line up with my beliefs to already have evidence behind them, because I've already collected the evidence to make the beliefs that I already hold. So those facts tend to seem more valid to me. But if I'm believing something false, and I'm considering that as evidence for a fact that may also be false, that kind of sends me in the wrong direction, doesn't it? So I've got to be careful that that confirmation bias is held for good reasons. I do already have evidence, and when I say evidence, I distinguish that from proof. So evidence and proof are not the same thing. Evidence is anything, any fact that points toward something else being true. So if you look around outside and the ground is completely damp, then that is evidence that that it rained outside. Maybe you don't know that it rained outside. Maybe you weren't paying attention. Maybe all that damp ground could be evidence of something else also. But it at least appears, because of the damp ground outside, that it rained. The damp ground would confirm this until evidence comes forth to disprove it. I want to see if there happens to be a furnace over here, because I know I had one there. Okay, I must have taken that already. It's probably at my nether base, so I think it's time to go to nether base. So to me, evidence is anything that would suggest the truth of something. That would be evidence for that thing. Proof is actually pretty subjective. What proves a situation, the right amount of evidence to prove one thing for one person may not count as proof for another person. And I think you're not going to have an objective standard, really, that's going to make everybody suddenly believe what you believe. Everybody has their own personal standard for their own personal line that decides when they believe a particular fact, depending on what that fact is, depending on whether or not they're already prepossessed. Is that a word? Is that the word I want here? To believe whatever it is you're trying to convince them of at that time. Okay, so now I've got myself turned around the right direction. I've got my gold boots on, so I don't need those gold boots. I'll go ahead and grab some more building blocks and head to my nether mine. And now my netherite pickaxe is doubly efficient. I think that can get me in trouble probably, because I'll be breaking through blocks quicker. The durability will probably run down quicker. So it'll be interesting to learn how I get particular enchantments. Like I wonder if you have to get specific books for that. That's probably how that works, right? Okay, so getting back to the track I was on, evidence and proof. Proof is subjective and is the amount of evidence you need in order to decide to believe a thing. Evidence is objective, but it could go either way. You can have a point of evidence that would prove to you maybe. I'm just checking on my dog behind me. I think it's just this time of day. He tends to be a little bit more active this time of day. Usually this is when all of the humans are going to work, so there's a lot more human activity for him to keep track of. But since today is the weekend, we don't have that situation. The evidence you may have a piece of evidence that is proof enough for you to believe a thing. But then later on, new evidence comes up. And that new evidence explains how the evidence you already had actually proved something else. Yeah, this netherite pick is really fast now. Okay. So I've got plenty of building blocks there. I think I can empty a few more spaces. I did leave something behind here, so if I go mining, that should be fine because I'll be in the same dimension. So 56 is 8 times 7. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's right. What's this? Oh, that's to upgrade it to netherite. Is that how that works? I forget. I don't retain facts from one stream to the other, what I've done in the past. Now let's make more beds before I go. I wonder if I should have made more wood, but it's okay. And let's just make a stack of planks here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then I can make as many beds as I can carry. That's fine. And hopefully the beds will hurt less now that I'm wearing diamond armor. I didn't have any leftover netherite ingots over there, right? I'm just going to double check in case I can upgrade any of my armor. There we go. Nothing there. I read from a book called The Case for Christ in the last stream. I was planning on continuing this topic, responding to that video from Grant Cochran. But Got some traffic up here, huh? Excuse me, sir? But then I remembered that last stream was the day before Easter, and I did want to address that since Easter is very important to us Christians. Many of us call it Resurrection Sunday, because that's the day that we celebrate Jesus resurrecting from the dead. And yes, I've got a torch over there to remind me that there is lava behind that wall. So I see that now, and I want to be careful of that. So I had to sidestep the topic that I was planning, and I think I had a path off this way. Yes. So this is where my mind continued. I wonder. I see fire at the end, which means that I probably haven't proceeded past that point, so there shouldn't be any lava hiding back there. I think I'll be fine. And then I'll use this stuff so I can clear my inventory a little faster. But anyway, during the Easter Resurrection Sunday stream, I read from a book called The Case for Christ. And The Case for Christ was written by Lee Strobel, who, he was a journalist. I say was. I don't know if he ever left that position. I assume that he's retired from it now. It's been a while since he wrote that book. Well, let's go ahead and try the bed, even though I know that there's lava back there. Okay. I'm doing fine. And I'll just see if I can make sure the lava's not hiding any netherite, any ancient debris. So Lee Strobel was an atheist and a journalist who decided that he would use his investigative journalism skills to investigate whether or not Christianity was true. So that's how that book came to be. It's a product of him being an investigative journalist and looking for his own evidence to prove to himself whether or not Christianity was true. I think he originally went in to disprove it, but he is now a Christian apologist, so that tells you how that turned out for him. Got some gravel here. And in the book, Case for Christianity, if you're interested in the reasons to believe that Christianity is true in Christian apologetics, then I do suggest you pick up the book and have a look, because there's a lot of different arguments for the truth of Christianity there. I want to go here, and I think that's about as far as I can place that bed. I want to give myself some room in case I get knocked back. Okay. In the Case for Christianity, he's talking about how he investigated Christianity, but then at the same time he tells a story of a particular case that he had, because he used to work a lot reporting on crimes, so he dealt a lot with the police force and had a predisposition to trust what the police were telling him. And he talks about this one case that he was investigating, where all of the evidence for the case looked like this particular guy was guilty. This particular guy was accused of having shot a police officer, and there was a gun at the scene of the crime. Looked like it had been discarded into the bushes. The guy had had a argument with his girlfriend. I think it was his girlfriend and her father. So all of the stereotypical scenarios for assuming that he had shot a police officer when the police were called to the scene of the crime. And he was even confessing to this crime. So, but then a piece of evidence came out that a police officer had been carrying an illegal weapon, a gun, that was in the shape of a pen. The police were apparently not supposed to be in possession of these kinds of items, a hidden gun like this. So, probably better get some food on my hot pot. I'll be fine, I think. As long as I'm not accidentally standing in lava and don't realize it. So this one new piece of evidence, this pen gun that was found to be on the police officer's person, totally upended all of the other evidence that had been collected for this case. All of the other evidence had pointed to it wouldn't be the plaintiff, right? Maybe the defendant. I don't know my legal terms. Get through this blackstone before I blast anything. Just wanted to make sure that there was potential for good stuff on the other side. Let me get that food down there. So my point is, and his point for including the story in the case for Christ, is that that's why I think proof is subjective. You may think that you've got all of the evidence you need in order to prove something to be true, but then later on it just takes one piece of the right kind of evidence to totally upend that. And that's why I'm careful to say that even though I believe that I'm telling you the truth, whatever I'm talking about, I don't claim to know everything, and I don't claim to be an expert. I don't claim to have the truth 100%, no doubt. There could be something I don't know. There could be something that disproves the things that I believe to be most true. So I do have that little disclaimer, even though I do fully believe that, especially when I'm talking to you about my faith, about Christianity, there is every reason to believe that that is true and worthy of you putting your trust in that. But I encourage you to look into the evidence for that for yourself. And that's why I do keep a playlist on my channel of videos that I did not produce. They're videos that Christian apologists have put together, explaining questions and objections that people have about Christianity and why we believe the Bible to be true, even given that people have questions about these things, giving the answers to many of these questions. So that is a place you can go if you want to investigate the truth about the Christian faith. But the reason I'm talking about evidence and proof is that often we hold beliefs that we consider to be well evidenced. They are proven to us, but maybe the reason we're so confident in them is because we've surrounded ourselves with people and circumstances that confirm to us that those things are true. And that is very easy when we've got a confirmation bias. We say, oh, this thing that would suggest I'm not believing the truth, it just sounds sketchy to me. I don't think I want to make that a part of my lifestyle. I think that can stay over there at the edge of my consideration. I'll think about it when I have time. I don't need to deal with it now. But the friends that you have, the books that you read, the internet videos you watch, they tend to be things that you consider trustworthy, and the things that you consider trustworthy tend to be things that you already believe in, things connected to what you already believe in. So how do we go about making sure that what we believe isn't because of our confirmation bias? How do we make sure that what we believe is actually because it's well evidenced and reasonable? Tell you what, I want to try something, because I was seeing a video. I've gotten myself set on this. I think I'll use up the beds I've got, but I had this plan to use these to go bed mining, and that would be the way that I would get netherite, but ancient debris. But I saw a video where someone tested the best ways to go about it, and it seemed from the video that the best, cheapest way to go about it was just to mine in a straight line, which seems kind of counterintuitive, because you would think that you'd miss a lot of netherite. The way that they've set up the rarity, you wouldn't run into a lot of it, but the video apparently tested that this was the fastest way to go about it. So I think I thought I had my hand on the proper block there. There we go. So I think I'm going to use up the beds and then try mining in a straight line. I might want to grab some diamond. That block is absolutely useless. Might want to try grabbing some diamond to that diamond pick that I left behind to back me up here. At least until I get more netherite to make more netherite picks. Okay. Have I gotten rid of the lava? There we go. I think I'm fine. I'm just going to try to take it slow. So I've got just a few beds left here. And I'm on fire. There, I should be fine. I'm healing up. Okay. So let's see, I had gotten to talking about evidence and proof and confirmation bias, and we tend to surround our things with the things that confirm what we believe. So in your opinion, let me go ahead and ask a question here, because I do want to... oh, hello, Patrick. I think I checked my chat recently, so I actually caught someone pretty close to when they were talking. That's cool. Welcome to Faith Vocals. And let me deal with this fire here. Okay, and just kind of get back to someplace safer, I think. So Patrick, welcome to the channel. And how are you doing, for one thing? Have you got any plans for today, for this weekend? I do put a block in front of the bed, but then I have to reach the bed, so I still wind up getting pretty close to the bed. Let me see if I can do it again over what. It would be easier if there were not any lava in the way. But tell you what, maybe this way will be safer. Let me see if there's a better way to go about this tactic. So I tend to lay a bed about as far as I can reach. That'll be fine. And then I put a block here, but then in order to reach it, I have to kind of get close. So is it... Okay. So this seems like the best way, huh? Still wind up getting a bit blown up, but... thanks for your help. It got me the ancient debris. So I was talking about how we tend to surround ourselves with the friends and the evidence that backs up what we already believe, and that can be a problem because if we want to have our beliefs well reasoned, tell you what, let me try that technique. If we want to have our beliefs well reasoned, we want to make sure that we're believing not just because we're setting up a system that confirms our beliefs, but we want to make sure that that we're actually checking those beliefs. Oh, great! Thank you very much. I appreciate your subscription. I haven't. I think most streamers tend to have alerts or things like that for subscriptions. I am not familiar with how to do that yet. That's something I'll have to learn. So, put a bed, and then let me see. So 1, 2, and I'll try the block here. Okay, there we go. So that worked. It still took a little bit of a blast, but I could still reach the bed. I tend to use OBS. I find their terms to be a little bit freer for me than Streamlabs. There's less restriction, so I'm still learning the system. I'm sure there's a way to set up the alerts with OBS. I tend to see a lot of advice videos on Streamlabs. Oh, that lava is just pretty much not worth it. No, actually I was able to make it, so let's try one. That lava is just not worth it. Ah! That lava is not worth it. Let me see if I can recover. Come on, hunger, get down so I can eat another steak, please. Thank you. Not gonna work, I don't think. Let me get away from this lava. Okay, I survived. That kind of thing happens too often in here. Yeah, I understand it's easier, but I just do want to be careful. I'm getting lost here. Because I talk about some pretty serious subjects on the stream, and I want to make sure that I'm using a service that is okay with the kind of things that I want to talk about. Let me tell you what, why don't I go ahead and do that? So how do I go about doing that? What do I need to do in order to join you there? I'm not familiar with getting set up on multiplayer. I have joined servers like Hypixel and let's see. There's another one. The name is slipping my mind, but it's not a natural thing for me. So I'll definitely appreciate any help you can give me. Okay, thank you. Now, is it the kind of thing uh, that you want to have public? Because if I type it in on the stream, then I may want to be careful depending on what you want. Well, tell you what, I think the best way to get me the IP will be through chat anyway, so it'll be a little bit public, but I can at least cover up what I'm typing it in on the stream, depending on whether you're looking for more members or if you're looking to keep it more controlled. Okay, great. Thank you. So I did get one of those. I do not have Discord set up yet. It's one of those things that I think may be a good thing for the stream in the future, but I'm not prepared for it just yet. Okay. Ah, too bad. So let me see what I can come up with. I don't have a Discord chat or server set up for the... Okay. I'll try that. Okay, there you go. All right. So is this the link for the server on Minecraft? That's what I enter into the Minecraft server box? Yeah, I see it. Okay, great. So let me get out of here and do that. I think this should be a reasonably safe place to halt the game. I've never seen that message before, so let me go ahead and proceed. Okay, there we go. Okay. So do I need to be on a different version of Minecraft then? Because it looks like... Okay, yes. Let me get out and then I'll get back in again. Just a moment. And tell you what, I'll go ahead and full screen this because I think it's going to take off the gameplay window when I pull out of here. So just a moment. Because I'm playing on the latest snapshot, so it's not compatible with current Minecraft. Or I'm not on the latest snapshot. But pretty close. As close as I can get to it given the world that I've been on. Yeah, thank you. So that confirms what I was thinking. Let's try this. No, I don't want single player. Okay, it looks like I'm in. Let's see, how do I chat to everybody? Hi! So I'll go ahead and is this a new world that you've just started, or is there any history to this world? Anything I shouldn't be breaking? Thank you. That's a new streamer error. Let me see it. Okay, good. It's got it pulled up. And then I'll finish the chat message that I'm typing in here. So this is my first time playing with anyone during a stream, so this is cool. Thank you for inviting me. Let's see, I'm gonna get some wood together. And I don't know if you have any plans for what you want to start on or set up in this server. So I'm happy to contribute where I can. Yeah, I don't tend to sprint because I don't want to take up to use up my hunger very fast. Let's see. Got my basics getting ready here. There we go. I think I'm going to see if I can find some. No trees. What does that mean? I'm looking to see if there's any caves so I can get... There's some stone. Over here toward the desert. Uh-huh. Okay, I think I'll put some wood here for a moment so I have a place to stand. So are the other folks on the server friends of yours, or are they people you've invited also? Got some iron right off. I haven't even collected coal to smelt it with yet. It's getting to be nighttime. I set my version on 16, so I think it's still too early to worry about phantoms. But I want to be careful about how often I poke my head out while it's the evening. I think what I've heard is that they come out on the third night. So you're safe for nights 1 and 2. Actually, I don't know if it's the third night or if it's the night after that, but that's when the phantoms start to be an issue, and it's only when you're walking around outdoors when there's sky above your head. So as long as you're under a roof or something, then you should be pretty safe. I'm hanging close to the edge of the ravine right now, so there's some sort of blocks above my head. Ah, nice. Thank you. How much iron do you have? Because I've got 14 pieces of raw iron. I've got 1 log and 1 plank. I'll go ahead and toss you the log. I do have coal if that'll help. Thank you. I think these shields are my favorite item in the game. I don't know. Netherite and diamond objects are pretty good too. Let's see, I'll see what I can light up on this tunnel here. Skelly's down there. I think if your furnace is still set up, I'll borrow that to cook some rabbit. Unless you're in the middle of something. No, it looks good. Let's see, I'm just going to save your coal and use my sticks for this. So I'll put that back as soon as I get this done. There we go. Okay, sounds good. And when that gets done, I'll just go ahead and chuck my my iron in, and we can use. I do have a spare cobble. I do have a stack of that. So how much do you want? Would you like the whole stack? Yeah. Yeah, that's why I tend to dig around ore, because I eventually find I need cobble. And I put some iron in the furnace. You and Cam are welcome to as much iron as you want. Yeah, that makes sense. That's a good idea. You're fast. So Patrick, I'm hearing you suggesting that we should each be trying to get those 32 diamonds. Am I reading that correctly? Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. Let's see. I've got... Thank you. I think I've got enough to fill out my armor. I still need some boots, but that won't be hard for me to... Nope, I got enough for that. Oh. For me, let me get away from these skeletons and I'll check my clock. Just a moment. My time is 8:49 a.m. Okay, cool. Uh-oh, what happened? Ah! I'm dead. A skeleton and a creeper teamed up against me. I'm going to collect some more wood because I do tend to find I need that, but then I'll go back and get my items. But strip mining is a good idea. Is that because no wood, or is that because of some other reason? Okay, I'll have to find my way to you maybe when I get some wood. Uh-oh. Oh, okay, the water bucket is a good thing. Okay, so I'm all stocked up on wood. I'm going to go back for my items, and then I'll see if I can connect with you, Patrick, and how does it work best for you? Because I know you're strip mining. Would it be good to have someone in the area doing the same thing, or would I just get in the way? Okay, great. I'm coming down then. Okay, I'm starting to mine down to you. I just determined the status of my items, and so now I'm on my way. You went through the portal and it just vanished? Hello. Oh, thanks. Hello. Tell you what, I've got a little room up here. I'm going to light it up so that no monsters spawn. Okay, I'm trying to figure out how to get there. I gotta get out because I did not bring any food. Yeah, I'm down to my last one. I went back to the overworld, so I'm in the caves. I may try to take down this zombie I hear. That's probably not wise on one heart. Yeah, I figured if I could collect some food or something, then we might be able to heal up. Oh, creeper this way. I'm trying to trace my steps upward too. Yeah, I got smushed by some sand. There we go. I'm up to the surface. I'll see if I can grow some trees, and that'll start some apples, but I guess I'm going to have to hunt for food. Yeah, that'll be good. I can get one. At least a stone one. Actually, I could get an iron one. I don't know if that's any better than a stone one. We've got sunset already. No things. Are you saying no phantoms? I might get killed by a skeleton. Oh, no, I just died. I just, fell. That solves the health problem. Yeah, thanks. Just gotta beat an army of spiders, skeletons, and zombies in order to get there. Now would be a good time for me to sprint. Oh, thank you. Okie doke. Welcome back. What makes you think that? You're saying because it's getting close to evening? I figure if we're worried about phantoms, villager sounds like a good option too. Desert village? If we don't use this house now, we can use it in an emergency. I don't know which direction the acacia biome's in. So I'm gonna head inside. Thank you. Thanks. That'll give us some control over where we spawn. I'm mining under the house. Do you want me to go back up so that we can all reset at the same time? That's how that works on the multiplayers, right? Is you don't get the night over unless you've all decided to sleep at the same time? Okay, I'm on my way up. I'm within earshot now. All right, thank you much. Thank you. Let's see, once all of those leaves get decayed, I'll start another batch of trees maybe. Are the 4 saplings off to the side to make a big tree once we get bone meal, or what? I'm not sure how that works. Ah, thank you very much. Just in case we have an overnight before. I guess it doesn't matter since there's going to be bone meal, but I was thinking if it gets dark. I think it's probably decayed enough I can start a new round of trees. Okay, good. I don't know much about auto farming. Cool. I think I'm going to have to leave too. We've got guests at our house and breakfast is scheduled in a few minutes. But I'm going to go ahead and put all my stuff in the big chest over here. And then if you or anyone else who visits the server need any items, then you can take mine from there. No problem. Probably not. I'm probably going to call it a day. I've got some plans for errands I need to do today, so I'll probably just start my day. But I really appreciate the invitation. So Patrick, I hope you have a good day.